Sharing God's Love.
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 Since 1984, Sharing God's Love has been helping residents in need in the Irmo, St. Andrews, and Ballantyne areas with food, clothing, and financial support. From a small house behind a church to a busy office building on Friars Gate Boulevard, Sharing God's Love has become an efficient, effective ministry supported by volunteers and donors. Individuals, churches of many denominations, and businesses all contribute to the ministry's success. This vital outreach is based on one concept: that Christians are called to share God's love with those in need. Deuteronomy 15:11 says, "I command you to be open-handed toward your brothers and the poor and needy in your land."
There's no such thing as a typical day here at Sharing God's Love. Each morning brings a different group of people with their own special needs. Some have lost their jobs, or they're looking for a job, or their job just doesn't provide enough hours. And many of them have been deserted by a soulmate or a spouse. And lots of times these are single mothers who are also burdened with child care, and consequently they can't go to school or pursue a good job. Many of our clients are disabled and can't work, and they do receive a disability check, but again, it's just not enough. Lots of times we see grandmothers who are left with grandchildren to raise because the parents have been incarcerated or are on drugs. The problem with this is the grandparent doesn't receive the benefits that the children have coming to them, and so again, they're short of money. Lots of the elderly are on fixed incomes, and they have huge medical bills and also their utility bills, and this takes the money, and they're then left with very little to see them through the month. Lots of times we'll have people who've been plagued with fire or some very unusual crisis or an emergency, and of course we help these people out. But the rising cost of living is really impacting a lot of people now, and even the working are having a hard time making ends meet. We are here for emergency situations. We really don't want the clients to become dependent on us. We try to help them to become independent, to get on their feet, and that's really what Sharing God's Love is all about.
The food supply comes from local merchants, church and school groups, scouts, and other local organizations, as well as from individuals. These donations are shelved or refrigerated at the Friars Gate office. Churches, individuals, and merchants donate clothing, which is sorted and organized by volunteers. These donations are accepted at the Friars Gate office each weekday morning and the second Saturday of the month. No appointment is necessary to donate. When funds are available and the need is appropriate,
And are you receiving food stamps?
limited financial assistance is given to pay for utility bills, prescriptions, or other family requirements. These funds are paid directly to the suppliers of the services. Besides these basic living needs, Sharing God's Love also offers another essential service, that of spiritual support. Showing a loving spirit and respecting the dignity of every client are the daily goals of our volunteers and staff. Prayers and Bibles are shared, and church participation is encouraged. Each client is interviewed to determine true need, and records are kept to assure guidelines are met. Generally, clients are eligible for assistance with food and clothing every 3 months and financial assistance once a year. These families are usually referred by churches and agencies, and word of mouth prompts some to come.
Here at Sharing God's Love, we maintain a database for all of our clients as they come in so that we can determine their eligibility and to record the things that they receive by the end of the day. We do a lot of listening here. We talk to them about the circumstances of what is going on in their lives and try to meet their physical needs, but we also try to meet their spiritual needs. One way we do that is to give them a Bible and to have prayer, and we try to pray in a specific way. Are there health needs, relationship needs, what other needs are going on that need to be prayed about? And all of the volunteers and staff here really enjoy what we do at Sharing God's Love and ministering to these people's needs.
You can help in many ways: food, clothing, financial contributions, volunteer time, and prayers. By donating food and clothing, you help ease the hardship of these clients. Next time you clean out a closet, Sharing God's Love could use what you no longer need. And when you go to a grocery store, add another jar of peanut butter, some canned goods, jars of jelly, even laundry detergent to your shopping cart for Sharing God's Love.
Larry, we out of jelly again. Also out of potatoes.
Your financial contributions allow us to purchase necessities not stocked in the pantry, or to buy fresh items such as meat and dairy products. They also help the ministry cover bills for clients with critical needs. If you have time and a willingness to serve, please come help. You could sort arriving donations, shelf food, pack boxes, hang clothes. There are many ways that you can help.
Good morning, Sharing God's Love.
Presently, 100 dedicated volunteers assist in the office or pick up and deliver items from retailers or help with the maintenance of our facility. Some even go out and tell other groups about Sharing God's Love.
At Sharing God's Love, we receive donations every day from churches and organizations and individuals. And the donations are everything from clothing to linens to household goods. And we use these mostly for clients, but some things we use for a yard sale that we have twice a year, Christmas shopping that clients are invited to come and select items for their family. And we just feel that we are good stewards of everything that we get here. We give other organizations items that we cannot keep here, and we just appreciate the donations so much that you all send in, and we just thank you.
Could you organize a drive for donations? Think about your Sunday school class, ladies' church circle, youth group, scout troop, school, or classroom. Are you affiliated with a business or company that could assist? Could your store donate needed items? Could your office organize a drive for school supplies or children's shoes? Maybe adopt a family. No matter your affiliation, the size of your group or business, or ability to help, Sharing God's Love will guide your organization in how to launch an appropriate service project. Currently, the number of families served in a year by Sharing God's Love is more than 1,800. Most of the financial assistance goes to covering staggering utility bills. About $43,000 was paid in the past year to utility companies to keep the power on for those distressed families. Food and clothing distribution have been valued this past year at close to $500,000. When surpluses occur, Sharing God's Love practices good stewardship and sends these resources to other ministries and agencies. No 2 days are alike at Sharing God's Love, but there are certain characteristics that are the same. These are the sadness and pain as clients recount their stories of hardship and misfortune, the hope, the joy, and the gratitude on their faces as they receive assistance, the concern and compassion of those who staff this ministry, and the smiles, laughter, tears, and the constant prayers with and for those who come to a place dedicated to sharing God's love. The work at Sharing God's Love today is accomplished by 6 part-time staffers, many volunteers, a board of directors, and the power of prayer. As Jesus told us, all who come and ask, receive. At Sharing God's Love, we see prayers answered daily. Your prayers are needed and are appreciated. Won't you come and share God's love? Please give us a hand. Thank you.